Hello everyone, Rissy Toothpick here, back again with some more Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, The London Case, and last time we found some undeveloped film that had a picture of the painting. Although this could contain valuable evidence, its disappearance will be too obvious. I should return it to where it was found. Interesting. So let's see if we can talk to them now, or we have to go back to Johanne's house and explore more. Let's see where they are on this conversation.
I do not mean to interrupt.
Then perhaps...
Mademoiselle Farquhar, could I speak with you for a moment?
I'm in the middle of an interview.
Okay, this is different.
I really must insist.
That's right. We're going to get all the information from you.
That was incredibly unprofessional, Detective.
If we are to discuss professionalism, perhaps we should talk about your work with Mademoiselle Court Smythe.
I think you've got me confused with...
Enough, Mademoiselle. It is time for the truth.
That's right. It's time to break her. I know that Mademoiselle Court Smythe did not act alone.
You don't think I was involved?
Please do not feign ignorance, Mademoiselle. Where did Mademoiselle receive her inspiration to make her forgeries? I remind you that I stand before you as a detective. It would be wise not to continue this charade any longer.
That's right. Get under her skin.
Poirot, maybe we should... Monsieur Hastings, if Mademoiselle Farquhar requires someone to speak in her defense, she can contact a lawyer.
That won't be necessary. She asked me to photograph certain pieces of art, that's all. I didn't know what she was doing with them. I swear.
Why did she choose you?
I have no idea. I thought she was just trying to help my career, and I needed it.
She was gullible.
Your career does not appear to need the help of a criminal.
She had such confidence. She knew all the right things to say.
And she got exactly what she wanted from you.
I was financially dependent on her. She paid for the lifestyle that I had found myself in, that she pushed me into.
Oh. Well, remember, we found that cocaine, so did she get into drugs?
Couldn't you have just said no to her?
And risk her exposing me for what I had done. She was the one holding all the cards. I had no way of proving it was all her plan. I had no other choice but to do what she said.
Interesting.
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for now.
Well, now we can talk to Betty. That's the only good thing.
I am sorry to have interrupted your interview earlier.
By the looks of it, what you were saying was much more exciting. Care to spill?
Oh, don't worry, Betty. I want to know about that ring that you lied about.
Perhaps we should stick to my questions to you.
You're not going to ask?
You have been most helpful.
You literally needed to talk to her. Oh, inspect Betty's dressing room. Okay. We don't need to talk to Betty. We need to look around. Okay, so we have a combination here. Let's look. Do we have those numbers anywhere? Not really, huh? I forgot because it's been a while. Let's see if we can find it somewhere in here. Oh, nothing on Johanne. It's going to make me have to go all the way back to look at the ring again because it's on the ring. It's the date. I forgot what the date was. It's been, 20, 30 minutes since then, so. At least now we know we need that date. And I'm trying to see if there's like a quick way for us to get that information, but doesn't seem not to be. So we're going to have to make a real quick run all the way back. It's something simple. It's like 1514 or 1541 or something, but I gotta look at it. I wish I could talk to Hastings and be like, hey, what was that combination again? Or what was that number? Let's go back here. Right here, check out the engagement ring.
Huh.
1412. Yeah. Well, you should have asked Betty about that earlier. 1412. That's what we gotta remember. Now the question is it 1412 or what's going on there? Or is it something else and we're just wrong here? But we're gonna find out.
Aha.
1 4 1 2. Order and method prevail again. A torn piece of paper. Fire to Irene. This surely cannot be English. Oh.
If it is, it's been written by someone that hasn't quite grasped the English language yet. Fire to Irene. Some kind of instruction to commit arson.
No, it's numbers.
It seems too obvious, but that does not mean it is wrong.
My beloved, as much as it pains to be so far from you, your words are enough to at least to give me some comfort. Before you will be in my arms again. I spoke with my father. He couldn't be happier of us, and we have his blessing. I know you wanted to be here when we told him the good news, but I just couldn't wait. Have everything crossed for you tonight. Not that you need it. Break a leg. Minscott Clem. J. I would not have expected to see such heartfelt words from Monsieur Kristiansen, even to his wife. That's right. He weirdly has a... So maybe it was a lie all along, their hate for each other. It's kind of like a ploy. Let's interact with the safe. It's in letters. Okay, let's look here. Fire to Irene. Okay, well, we don't know how to get in there just yet. Oh, I think I know. I might need to like write some stuff down though. Cuz it's going to be that combination. It's going to be a little confusing here. This might be the like quote unquote hardest puzzle in the whole game right here. Because whatever the numbers are, that's the letters we have to connect them to. So we come, well, it wasn't that, right? It was that dictionary. We just gotta find the dictionary. I think it was over here. Not there. Not the dining table, I don't think. Am I going crazy? Oh, it fits. Okay, never mind. We found something else. Fire to tray in its origin cannot be from the English language, but where? Okay. Do you have the... Nope. Where is that goddamn... Okay, let me go over here, because I think it was over here. This drawer contains a Norwegian dictionary and set of keys labeled spare. Yeah. Alright, so fire to Keen or whatever. Let me get a note so we can actually like write this down so I can actually get it. So it's gonna be 4. And let me actually... We're just gonna stay right here. Let me look at it. Fire to Irene.
Oh.
4 to... Where is the Irene? Uh-oh. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's fire and then 2-O and maybe something else, like 2-O-I. T-O-I. What are we missing then? Into tray.
Aha.
Maybe he's trying to trick us. Well, okay, so it's 2 letters, right? Because the combination is usually 4. So fire 2 is 2. So there's 2 on this one. So Irene.
Ah.
Irene. Or 2. Irene. Maybe the end's 1. Very strange. Let's talk to Hastings here.
What do you need? What can
I will not.
No, he's got nothing there for me. So we know it's 4, 2. Nope. And on the combination, there's 0 to 10.
Oh.
But there's no 0 here. So is it 4201? Let's try that.
Huh.
Nope. So what are we missing? How? There must be more to this. Check dining table.
Huh.
Yeah, we already done that. I know it has something to do with the Norwegian. We just having a hard time putting the pieces together. Well, let's talk to Anastasia here. We'll go back to it.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Is everything all right? Do not worry. It will not be long before the murderer is brought to justice.
It's not that. I just cannot understand how such historically relevant pieces like this remain in British hands. It doesn't belong here.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. I do not have the answer. I'm sure they are well maintained, if that is any consolation.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sure this is the last thing you wish to be talking about. Is there something I can help you with?
What were your movements following the gala?
Well, after it was all cut short rather abruptly, we made our way to Mrs. Allen's play.
Oui, mademoiselle?
Mr. Demir and myself. We were all at a loose end and he was kind enough to invite me.
Well, that's nice. I wonder if you could explain this photograph for me.
Oh, I wasn't aware Mr. Hastings was to be the focus of Florence's article.
On the contrary, it is only one of many she took at the gala. What interests me is the brooch.
Would you believe I found it? Amazing how careless some people can be.
Oh, is she a pickpocket?
And you were intending on returning it?
Of course. It just slipped my mind with all the commotion of the painting.
That might just tell you everything you need to know about that cigarette case.
Mademoiselle Kortsma no longer requires it. I shall hold on to it for now.
Your sudden disappearance from the museum.
Yes, and it was something that I wanted to speak with you about, actually. At the gala, I spoke with the bishop and he mentioned a painting he had seen last year. But it was one that I'd read had been stolen. He couldn't have seen it when he said, unless... Well, it didn't sit well with me. So when Evelyn escorted you both to the restoration room and he left, I followed him.
And she was the one that was following him. You should not have taken matters into your own hands.
I stayed well back, and the bishop is hardly the most threatening. I followed him into his church, but he was gone. I looked everywhere, but he was nowhere to be seen. It was like he just evaporated.
So there might be like a secret room in the church, maybe.
He is a man of God, not a magician.
I don't know what to say. He wasn't there. I decided to wait outside, but when he eventually left, he had a wrapped package under his arm.
Interesting.
You have been most helpful, mademoiselle. I shall not take up any more of your time.
It seems the bishop is hiding things. The brooch belonged to Mademoiselle Court Smythe, but why would it be here? Okay, well, let's keep on moving. It just gets more complicated the further we go. What could we do with that brooch? What was the bishop doing, like sneaking about? It's just so difficult.
What do you need?
Yeah, he
I
can't
will
do
not-
nothing for me. Let's go see if we can say anything to Betty.
You're just full of questions, aren't you?
You have been most helpful.
She hasn't been helpful at all. There's nothing here. Let me try something here. Well, I don't see hers. I was like, maybe... Fire to Irene. It's been ripped. Wait a minute, it's been ripped. Maybe it's not Irene at all. Maybe it's like Ike. Maybe the R has been like miswritten or something. Which I think there was an Ike. Hold on, hold on. We're on to something here. As we learn more and more and I get more and more confused, things start to clear out. The fog begins to, you know, thin out. Let's see if there's an IKE.
Oh.
There isn't. Damn. Fire to Irene. Let's look at this thing.
Aha.
JK and BA. There was no BA on the thing, unfortunately. Door's locked, of course. Is there something? We gotta be missing something. But not really. I'm surprised we can't look at these. You would think that'd be suspicious, but let's... No, Hastings has nothing to say.
What do you need?
I will not.
Okay, well, let's go to the museum. We have that brooch as well. Let's see if we can go to maybe one of the rooms. Okay, we can't go in the West Wing. We can't go in the expedition. And there's really nothing going on here. So the big thing we need to do is break the code. And the code is, I'm assuming, is the safe at his house. Okay. So now we know for a fact that mostly for sure. Strange note, fire to Irene.
Mm-hmm.
Fire to... Is it Treen, maybe? 3-1? 4-2-3-1? I mean, I'll try it.
Huh.
We got it. 4-2-3-1. My goodness.
Ah.
It was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
The handwriting does not match what I have seen of Madame Allen. This must have come from another woman. A love letter. J. That day will soon come when we can be together, and everything you speak of will no longer just be a dream. Until then, we must continue to keep our relationship hidden. The flowers that arrived at the studio for me were beautiful, but signs of affection such as those will surely raise suspicions. And signing your initials, it is mistakes like those that will ruin everything. I will write again when the time is right. Until then, my love, I, XX. Uh-oh. It is clear that the letter was written some time ago while they are courting. Madame Allen states that she values most about him. My dearest Joanne, New York just isn't the same without you. In a city full of millions, there is only one that I want by my side. Last night's show was a great hit. I think I have the record for longest applaud in the whole show. I miss looking out into the crowd of unknown faces and seeing you staring back. Just having you close gives me a sense of calm, and we both know sometimes I need that. Did you speak with my father's colleagues, Will Carnes? He'll be able to find us the perfect apartment in London. I know we don't have a date set in stone yet, or a ring, but I just can't wait to spend the rest of my life with the kindest and most handsome man. Write me back as soon as you get this, Betty.
Oh.
A canine makes for a worthy addition to any family. So we open the safe.
Huh.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. So now what are we missing?
What do you need?
I need to discuss something with you. The mystery lover was Mademoiselle Court Smythe.
The argument with Irene at the gala and then with his wife after.
Madame Allen had uncovered their relationship. But even with this revelation, what still remains a mystery is Monsieur Kristiansen's involvement with the theft.
Okay.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
Okay, nothing
I
else
will not
there.
take.
So with that done, everything's still kind of locked. Let's go talk to that Betty girl. Because maybe now we can bring that up and she can tell us something. You know, that's my like best bet. Let's confront her. Because we do need to interact with her eventually.
You're just full of questions, aren't you?
I understand you and your husband own a dog.
Own? You don't just own an animal detective. He's part of our family.
Pardon. And his name?
Enoch. And I ask you the question, what's he got to do with anything? And how do you know about him?
We just got the combination for her like little dressing room.
Purely curiosity, madame. Enoch. A splendid name for a most handsome dog.
And it was your husband that mentioned him at the gala.
It means faithful in Norwegian. It was Johann's idea.
You have been most helpful.
Alrighty, let's go into her room. Let's see if Enoch will work. If slow, it took us a while, but we've uncovered pretty much everything finally.
Aha.
E. Alright, yeah, we're looking pretty good. The safe is now unlocked. It contains jewelry and money, as well as Monsieur Kristiansen's spare keys. Alrighty, loose key. That means we can get into the music room in his house. Since we're here, we'll talk to her, but she shouldn't have
You're
anything.
just full of...
You have been.
That's what I thought. Just being, for sure. We're here, we might as well try to solve it. So maybe Betty and her husband, maybe they kind of teamed up. After Betty found out, the husband chose her. Or Betty's just killed everyone. Betty's out here just, killing her husband, killing everybody. You get in her way, you're dead. Perhaps the key from the safe may be of some use. Now to search the Monsieur Kristiansen's music room. Okay, we can use something with this apparently. There must be something that fits into this hole. The brooch. The brooch pin would perhaps fit the hole in the book's cover. Voila. The missing musical piece from Monsieur Kristiansen's notepad, I wonder. No. Okay, so let's interact with the piano.
Huh.
I've always enjoyed the rich, rounded tones that a fine pianist can produce. I fear my musical talents will be far from euphonious. Whoa.
Oh.
It is subtle, but the pigment does not match. Also, he has one of the fakes.
The pigment of this paint is brighter than it should be.
Meaning?
We have found our second forgery.
Ah.
Poirot, the door. What are you doing in?
Monsieur Kristiansen, welcome home.
This doesn't look good, does it?
We have much to discuss.
So Mr. Kristiansen had an opportunity and a motive, but he continues to deny killing her.
It sounded like her his wife.
And still 2 forgeries remain.
The wife or the bishop?
I knew it.
Pardon, monsieur?
I knew that's why she stayed so friendly with her. Irene always said she was besotted, that she could get her to do whatever she wanted.
Perhaps you should elaborate on the identity of her?
The curator. Evelyn, what's her name? She could spot a forgery at 20 yards. What better person to show you the ropes so you can make your own?
If the board of trustees at the museum got wind of this, Miss Warbeck's career would be finished.
And in her own words, if anyone was to jeopardize her career,
she wouldn't be held responsible for her actions.
Damn, the person I least expected.
it seems Monsieur Kristiansen may not be the only person tied to Mademoiselle Smythe who has a secret to hide.
Chapter 7, The Secrets.
Madame Hélène has confirmed the surprise appearance of her husband during the intermission of her show. And as expected, she... Monsieur Hastings, there is something troubling you?
If I may speak freely.
You do not have to ask my permission.
This is all very overwhelming. We seem to be taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
I can understand your confusion, but you cannot allow it to consume you and your emotions to take charge.
Easier said than done. I just...
Oui, monsieur?
Must you be so hard on her?
I presume you refer to Mademoiselle Farquhar.
Hey, she might be a killer here.
You talk about emotions not taking charge.
She is a suspect in a murder investigation, not a guest at afternoon tea. If Mademoiselle Farquhar is more important than discovering the truth and finding justice...
I would have thought you would know better of me by now. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with how you spoke to her.
When it is your investigation, you will have the authority to conduct your questioning how you see fit. Until then, I will continue in a manner that has and continues to bring criminals to justice.
And that's why he does not work with partners.
And I'll just keep my opinions to myself.
Let us focus on the case. What do we know about Mademoiselle Warbeck's relationship with the deceased?
Mr. Kristiansen suggested she had romantic feelings towards Irene, but she was just another of her pawns.
She cleaned the master key to hide Mademoiselle Smythe's actions, but perhaps she then became worried about her own involvement.
You think she could have killed her to stop the truth coming out to the trustees?
which would in turn ruin her career. It is certainly a possibility.
Chapter 7, The Secrets. Alrighty, so we're going to stop there. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the links below, and next time we will deal with this chapter and try to figure out what this secret is.